Hey Cancer, how are you? I'm Empress Rose and we're here to do your general reading. So this is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your sun, moon. No, this is probably your sun. But check your moon, rising, and Venus signs. I wouldn't check all of them though if this resonates with you, because I think that gets confusing for me. So start at the top and go to the bottom. Take what works, leave what doesn't. These are all very thoroughly pre-shuffled before I turn on the camera because it's long and boring, and honestly, yeah. Well, I like pray over them and stuff, and that like feels really private to me. So so we're going to start with our Oracle Mystical Moments deck and get an intuitive start to your reading for the week, Cancer. Okay, and also when I say for the week, I mean for like the time period after you find this, because I think that, you know, you'll find these videos at different times, and it's not necessarily time specific to when I make it. It's time specific to when you watch it. That's how I feel about it. All right, Oracle Mystical Moments. Okay, I will take that because sometimes I don't get anything at all. So for Cancer, more for Cancer. What other message do we have for Cancer today? What other message do we have for Cancer today? Anything else? Like anything else for Cancer? I'm going to take that. Okay, we've got 2 cards. All right, tiny triumphs, man. I mean, I think this is why I don't like to do like just general reads for everybody, because that seems like it already seems unlikely that every Cancer is going through the same thing, but this makes me think, yeah, because this card has come out so much. And to me, this card is very clearly talking about sort of the situation that we all find ourselves in. And this is tiny triumphs. So this is the corvid, the raven here with its top hat is our usual way of going about our business, making pro-cons list, really analyzing things, looking at things, making the most intellectual decisions we can, the smartest decisions, and this is saying, and then we have this little usually scared field mouse that gets devoured by the intellect here. This is our intuition, and it needs to grow big right now. And this is setting you up for the next little bit. But right now, these tiny triumphs, this is the thing that's tiny and scared in you grows big and comes out in this big fancy way. I mean, look at this. This outfit is wild. It's bold. It's big. This scared, shivering little shaking field mouse who's normally, you know, terrified of this raven is now the big joker. I mean, it's just like the joke's on you, Raven. Look at who's big now. Look at who's needed now. It's my intuition. It's my my animal part of me that needs to grow bigger. And we've got these ruby slippers here, so there's something about home coming up here, but this is and then this intuition, this part of you, this that's usually scared and is now so brave and so big. It's the part of you that can, you know, joke with the king, can call out the king, that you get this special permission to call people out. No, don't go calling people out just for fun. But, you know, you get to make the jokes, and you get to be heard. So your intuition's pretty excited right now because it's big, and you're listening to it, and it gets to say some things that maybe you wouldn't have been available to hear otherwise. So, and then we have Oh Sunny Day. So this is it's magical. Something kind of just came up overnight, and it's fairly magical. There's something a little otherworldly about this joy you're experiencing. It's very well balanced. It is definitely magical. There's a lot of insight here. You're basically just staring into the sun, into this light, this diffuse light. You're really able to see the divine purpose here, and you're really getting a view that you don't normally get. there's both this this grieving widow vibe and this bride vibe. It's the same thing today. And there's some sort of magic in that yin yang, that grief and that hope combining together and allowing you to see something in a totally new light. Allowing you to sort of see into the future, into this really bright, beautiful future, and you can see it. And you're very calm about it. The light's not going to burn you. The darkness doesn't consume you. I'm seeing balance in both of these, or things coming into balance. You know, and this is like a moment that balances out the rest of time when this raven's so big. This is a magical little moment that's going to balance that out. And this is, she's very balanced here. She's balancing on top of this mushroom. Everything is in balance. So maybe there's like an extreme that's going to overall bring balance to a situation. So Santa Muerte Tarot deck for the bulk of the reading. And these are all very thoroughly pre-shuffled. I'm just making sure the deck is upright because I don't like laying them. I don't take reversals. There's one position where I'll take a reversal in this deck, but to me this deck is not really designed for reversals and doesn't need it. There's 78 cards here. Like, should be able to get whatever message we need out of 78 cards the way they are. So, all right, Cancer, this is your past, this is your present, this is your inner landscape, this is an issue, this is your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Damn, you got money, pentacles all over the place. So something you've worked on is coming full circle. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Balance. Things coming into balance, a lot of that. So we're starting at the beginning in your recent past. We have this Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. You had an idea. It was on the tip of your tongue. It was an idea, maybe a money-making venture, something that you wanted to see happen in reality. And there was a big leap forward, and you said something, you spoke up, you had a conversation, something happened that started this process. This very real world process. This isn't just a cycle of ideas or a week of ideas. This week has some real stuff happening in it because of all these pentacles. It's like a physical reality situation. So you had a conversation about physical reality, about an idea about money, about something like that, and it really planted a great seed in this really fertile soil. So when you spoke up and talked about this idea and talked about what you wanted and your vision for how something can come together and look, people really listened. It really took hold in reality. Presently, you are then moving forward with it. You get the Fool card. So you're moving out of this graveyard, this darker space. You have this very inspired new beginning with this transformation, this butterfly that you're following out of this this graveyard here, where you've made some offerings or something, and you've packed this bag. It's full of heart. This journey is full of heart. You have everything you need in this bag. You have protection. You have music. You have magic. You have everything. It's just not perfectly packed. You're aware that your bag is not perfectly packed, but it's time to go anyway. So you're presently being called forward into sort of this bright new future that you've been talking about in the past. You're going to move forward into doing that, and you're going to feel very inspired to do that. You are feeling very inspired. In your inner landscape, you've got to balance something out in yourself. You have the Two of Pentacles. So these are two aspects of yourself or your life that are just always going to be in an eternal battle for balance. So, and that's funny because I was seeing this balance before. So that's pretty amazing that the Two of Pentacles just came out. Not amazing, but it is confirmation that we're dealing with two parts, two pieces of yourself that you're gonna finally bring into some sort of balance. They have to see eye to eye eventually. You know, you can't like always be juggling these two things. So this is like a work-life balance. This is like your logic, your intuition, your feelings and your intellect. These sorts of things that we're always balancing within ourselves, and work so much better when we can have those moments of balance between the things and we're not doing anything to an extreme. So you are working on this balance. You're trying to bring these two things that are together forever, always bound together. You're trying to bring them into balance so that they can see eye to eye, so that they can, you know, the wings of this butterfly. So we're seeing another butterfly. We see this butterfly of inspiration, and we see this butterfly here. So when these things see eye to eye, they can really go far together. So when you are in balance, when these two aspects of yourself, I'm guessing your intuition and your intellect, when they're in balance, you can run this three-legged race really far and really fast. And so that's what you're working on. You're bargaining. These two aspects of yourself are bargaining with each other and trying to see eye to eye and get to that sweet spot. And it looks like you are going to get to that sweet spot, but you're trying to get to that sweet spot where these things are in balance, and then you know that you can move forward, and you can move forward on this new journey very quickly, but you want to get those things in balance, because you know that's where the quickness comes from, or that's when the things all come together and line up, is these parts of yourself that need to get into balance. So at issue is this Six of Wands. So there's kind of a sense of public humiliation going on here. So in the upright, we take the Six of Wands. This is our parade, our public display of appreciation. We're being thanked for something. Our work is being noted. This is sort of our work being noted as being shitty and not good. This is sort of a little bit of a public humiliation here. And that's creating a problem for you, especially a Cancer, I would imagine. This creates an issue, is this sense, and maybe the fear of public humiliation. That's what it is. It's the fear of public humiliation that's holding you back a little bit. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't want to take a step out here and have everybody see you fail. And maybe you want to try something new. Maybe you want to try out, you know, test drive your intuition a little better, a little more. But you're worried. You're very worried that people are going to see that and it's actually going to be a mess. And I mean, obviously when we're test driving something, it's not going to be perfect, you know. If you want to do something, you have to do it crappy for a very long time before you can do it well, you know. So I've always been bothered by that statement. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Well, yeah, but you first got to do it 1,000 times crappy before you can do it well. So if it's worth doing crappy 1,000 times, okay? So you are, I think, worried about public humiliation and trying out something new and trying out this new journey that you're on. You're a little worried it's not going to go well, and everyone's going to see, and you're going to be exposed for a fraud, and everyone's going to know that you're not actually well balanced. You don't know what you're doing. Well, of course you don't know what you're doing. Look, you're at level 0. So give yourself a break here, okay? But that's the issue. That's what's holding you back, is that fear of humiliation. In your environment, you have this Two of Swords. So in your environment, you feel trapped. And you can't get out. You can get out, actually. This scissors is put together wrong. I don't know if you can see it, but the blades are out, not in. So you're not cutting anything out with the scissors. There's something in your environment that's not working, and you know it. But you know it on maybe a subconscious level. You don't know. This is sort of the denial card. This is like, yeah, you can cut yourself out of this, but you're going to have to get a flathead screwdriver and open up the scissors and put it back together correctly, and then you can do it. And as soon as you realize, as soon as you're ready to see that this scissors sucks and the scissors is broken, as soon as you're ready to see that, you'll be able to very quickly change the situation. But you're not ready to see it. There's something in your environment that's not working, that doesn't work for you. You're not ready to change it yet. And there's really good reasons for that. There's a lot of great reasons for that. But I'm kind of guessing it's this fear. You just don't want to change this up because you're afraid of this public humiliation. But there's something in your environment that's not working for you. You can fix it when you're ready, when you can see it. When you see it, When you know better, you do better. When you can see it, you fix it. And denial is fine. I don't have a problem with denial myself, because it's just like it protects you from something you're not ready to know yet, not ready to deal with yet. You don't have the tools yet, but you keep growing, and eventually you will get those tools. Eventually you will be able to see. Eventually, maybe the reason why you don't want to deal with the scissors is because you don't have a flathead screwdriver, you know? And as soon as you do, you'll be like, oh, oh yeah, that's what that's for. Okay, yeah, I can do this. I can put these scissors back together and cut out the things in my life that are holding me back, like this fear of failure and this fear of public humiliation. Your to-do list is King of Pentacles. You have money, possession, is to come into this energy. You need to own what you have. You have a lot here. You have this huge treasure. It's yours. So this is asking you to come into that energy of own it. Yeah, you're starting out on this new journey. Yeah, you're at level 0. Yeah, you're worried. You're having trouble balancing out, you know, fear and hope in your mind. Yeah, you're worried about public humiliation. There's something in your environment that's not working for you. You're scared. You don't want to see that. But this is saying, come into this power. This is very powerful. This is the money. This is what this is, you know, a possession, self-possession, possession. These are the things that you have, the treasure that you have. Have it, own it. Own your treasure here, okay? And let it show. Let people see it. You're being called to come into this energy of taking care of what's yours, taking care of your money, taking care of your goods, taking care of your life. This powerful position. I think, yeah, it's going to balance out this Fool really nicely. And then we have this mated pair. We have be the master of the harvest. You've already harvested this, and you need to take what's yours, own what's yours. This new idea that you had, it is yours. And then this is the where you're going to be, a possible outcome is the harvest. Is whatever new idea you planted, whatever new journey you're going on, the outcome is you get to harvest that, okay? Come in, step into your ownership, step into who you are, own your mistakes, own your doubts, own all of that. That's all part of being human, and there's no shame in being a human like everybody else. So just be like, okay, I'm going to move forward with this great idea, and I'm going to own this. This is my idea. You are looking at this, oh, bright sunny day, you know, you can see something of high value here, and it's bringing you peace. You don't need to chase after it. It's kind of already yours. You're looking at it saying, this is already mine. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the possible outcome is you're going to be ready to harvest something. You own this farm, you did all of this work, and you're going to be ready to go. You're going to be moving up. You're going to be climbing that ladder. You're going to be moving up to the next steps in your life and the next part of this journey that you've been called out on. So you can see the fruit. You can see the fruit of your labors, and it's yours to take. So go take it. So, all right, Cancer, I hope that this is helpful for you. I hope that you can get past this fear of humiliation and get the scissors working again, and get harvesting what is yours. So I hope this reading was helpful, and I really love it. I'm really appreciating the likes and comments and subscribes. You guys are very awesome viewers, and I really appreciate that, because it's helping my baby channel grow bit by bit. So I appreciate that, and I hope you have a wonderful week.